Hello guys, you are most welcome in economic session. Let's make life easy with easy economics. Today we are going to study public goods and merit goods. It's a very important chapter under public finance. We should know the difference between public goods and merit goods. We'll see the example of public goods and merit goods, and we'll see the features and difference between these two types of goods. So let's move on. First of all, what are public goods? Public goods refer to those goods which satisfy public wants. The main attribute of public good is that they are supplied by the government for the entire public. It means public goods are supplied by the government and it is meant for all the people. It is meant to satisfy the public wants, not the individual want. In other words, a public good refers to a commodity or service that is made available to all members of a society by the government at no price or low price. Guys, here public goods are available at very less price or sometimes free of cost as well. Some example of public goods like public health care, public education, traffic police service, street light, public park, public library, national defense, drainage system, road, and so on. Now, what are the features or principles of public goods? First, non-exclusion. Second principle, indivisibility. Third principle, non-rivalry. Principle of non-exclusion means public goods are collectively supplied to all sections of the community. No citizen can be excluded or prevented to use of public goods. They are available for all. It means public goods are available for all the people in the society. No one can be prevented from the use of public goods. Principle of indivisibility means public goods cannot be divided to confine the supply to a selected people or group. It means public goods cannot be divided in small units for the separate people or the different group of the people. Principle of non-rivalry means the use of public goods by some does not reduce the goods availability for others. It means if few people are using the public goods, it does not mean it will reduce the quantity of the public goods for other people. Let's understand the public goods with help of example. Suppose Mr. Bean purchased a private good like pizza. Then Miss Mary cannot eat it without reducing its consumption for Mr. Bean. So, two people are rivals in consumption of private good. But with public good, there is no rivalry because one person can use it without reducing its use for others. For example, if road or street light are used by one person, others can also use it without reducing its quantity for others. So, this is the difference between public goods and private goods. Similarly, road is available for all the people. In any way, some people cannot be prevented from using it. It applies the principle of non-excludability. Road cannot be divided in small units to be used separately by different people. It applies the principle of non-divisibility. Now, let's have a look of some public goods. You can see in this picture the public park, street light, drainage system, police service. All these are the example of public goods, as it is provided by the government at less price and it is meant for all the people in the society. Second picture shows the children park. The children park is used by all the children. No one can be excluded from it. So, it is the public good. Next picture shows traffic police service. This is also available for all the people who are passing by. Fourth picture shows the public transport. It is also the example of public good. And the last one is the lighthouse. It is also public goods as it has all the features of public goods. Now let's understand merit goods. Merit goods are the goods that are provided generally by the government to certain sections of the society. Unlike in the case of pure public goods, the merit goods are not provided to the entire society. Rather, they are given to certain targeted people. The government here believes that the deserving people may under consumption such goods and hence provides these to them at low cost or no cost. The concept of merit goods in economics was introduced by an American economist, Richard A. Musgrave. So guys, merit goods are different from public goods as public goods are available to all the people in the society, while merit goods are meant for few people or targeted group in the society. Government wants to provide the proper consumption of the needy people, and that's why government provide merit goods to them. An example for merit goods, the government expenditure in educational sector. Indian government has started Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan for the schooling of the poor people. Midday meal scheme is provided in the municipality school for the children who belongs to the lower economic background. Free education for the girls. The comparison between the public goods and merit good is simple. In the case of public goods, the goods are provided to all sections of the society, such as road, defense, street light, park. In the case of merit goods, the good is provided to certain target groups. Poor people may under consumption most of the merit goods because of their inability to pay. To counter this under consumption, the government either subsidizes them or make them completely free. It's the responsibility of the government to provide all the basic amenities for all the people in the society, and especially for the poor people who cannot afford some type of merit goods. So those merit goods are provided by the government free of cost or at very less price. Let's have a look of some merit goods. You can see in this picture, this is the picture of free girls education. The government has started some scheme for poor people. Third picture shows free medical services for poor people. And the fourth picture shows the forestry schemes done by the government. Features of merit goods. Merit goods are not provided on the basis of consumers' preference. Rather, they are given by the government on its own preference as per the need of the people. It means merit goods are not provided according to the preference of the people, but it is provided by the government as per need of the people, as per requirement of the society. Merit goods are given by the government for a particular section of the society. It may be poor, it may be girls, it may be women or backward socio-economic group. But public goods are provided to all sections of the society. Merit goods produces positive externalities. This means that as a result of merit goods supply, the receivers give back some related benefits to the society. In this way, it benefits the whole nation. This adds in the value of the people. This is the reason why it is called merit goods. It's very important to understand here the importance of merit goods. When government provides the merit goods to the people give it back the benefit to the society or the economy. For example, suppose government is providing free education for the poor people. After being educated, that people can contribute to the economies and output. So in this way, they increase the value in the economy or in the society. That's why these goods are known as merit goods. Some example of merit goods here: primary education, basic health care, life insurance to poor people, etc. The report by the National Institute of Public Finance and Policy titled Central Government Subsidies in India, it was published in 2004, classifies merit goods under two categories, Merit 1 and Merit 2, in terms of their priority. So what are the goods that are included in Merit 1? Elementary education, primary health care, prevention and control of disease, social welfare and nutrition, soil and water conservation, ecology and environment. The goods that come under Merit 2, education other than elementary, sports and youth services, family welfare, urban development, forestry, agricultural research and education, other agricultural programs, special programs for rural development, land reforms, other rural development programs, special programs for northeastern areas, flood control and drainage, village and small industries, ports and lighthouses, roads and bridges, inland water transport, atomic energy research, space research, oceanographic research, other scientific research, census surveys and statistics and meteorology. So guys, here we can see number of goods are given or number of goods are listed in Merit 2, and the purpose is to provide the values to the society and values to the economy. Now, what are the main difference between merit goods and public goods? As we have already seen that public goods are provided to the entire society. Merit goods are provided to targeted individuals. Hence, in the case of merit goods, there is exclusion. On the other hand, there is no exclusion under public goods. So, on the basis of exclusion principle, we can say that public goods has a non-exclusion feature and merit goods has exclusion principle. Guys, hope you have understood the concept of public goods and merit goods very well. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.